Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. So today we are building a family-style Dutch colonial house. Okay, I know, it's exciting stuff. The title, it really just says it all, right? But the concept for this house was I wanted to build like a very, like, perfect family home. Like, good place to raise a lot of kids, big house, lots of bedrooms, lots of space for like entertaining and stuff. So this house has 3 kids' rooms and a playroom downstairs. So it's like the perfect like spot to raise your kids in The Sims, right? But it's also a very cool house just in general, like architecturally, because I built a lot of like classic blue Suburbans, as you might have heard and or seen. This one is a green Dutch colonial, okay? It's different, it's exciting, it's fun and fresh. And so I was pretty proud of this one, I'm not gonna lie. I built it on stream, of course. I stream most of my builds. You'll see there are a couple things that I fully just forgot to record. Like, I never do this. I never like forget to start recording, but because I had just come on stream, it took me 2 days to build this house, and I just got on stream like the second time yesterday night, and I started furnishing the kitchen, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't record the kitchen. Like I just forgot to and it was embarrassing, and like now the video is ruined, and so I'm really sorry about that, but there are screenshots so you'll see it and I'll kind of talk you through it. But the kitchen and most of the living room just doesn't exist in the video. It is still like 30 minutes long though, so I think that we're okay. I think we have enough build content to last us, but I'm sorry about the kitchen being missing. I also was looking at an actual picture. I never usually try and recreate builds anymore. I used to when I started building in the beginning, because I found that it's way easier to build good houses, like good looking ones, if you look at pictures of real houses in real life, because you can kind of get an idea of like what other people do and use that as like a starting board. And so I used to build like a lot of real houses. I would find a picture and then recreate it in The Sims. I don't really do that anymore. I'll oftentimes like find a picture of a style that I want to do, and then I'll try and like wing it based on the style that I found. But this time I found this actual house and I was like, this is gorgeous and I want it in my game. And so I built the same house in the picture. I think you'll see me like quickly like drop it on screen a couple times because I was like pulling it up to like look at it again. So you'll see the display captured it, but I'll put the picture in the video at the end with the screenshot so you can kind of see like a comparison of the real one and the Sims one because it's kind of fun. I like to build real things in The Sims. Like, I think it's really fun to do that. Actually, you know what, you guys? If you have any pictures of houses that you, like, want me to build, don't give me some modern mess, though. I'm not, like, I don't want some Malibu mansion, okay? I'm not gonna build it. I don't build modern houses. But if there's a house that you want me to build in The Sims, like a real house, like one that you know my style, okay? We like stuff like this, Suburbans and whatnot. Not just Suburbans, but I don't really like building modern houses 'cause I feel like I'm bad at them. But if you've got any other houses that you like, that you've like loved or seen on like Pinterest, maybe, I don't know, tweet me pictures if you want to. Like, I'm so into that. I'm so into that. I'd love to see them. So I just caused a flood of tweets to be spammed at me today, but I'm not even mad. At lilsimsie, tweet me pics. I'd love to build some things. I think that's fun though if we like as a community, pick out some builds, do it together. Love that for us, right? Okay, that's the plan. You'll send me pictures and we'll just love that. And what am I saying? Speaking of fun and fresh and loving that for us, I have a story about James Charles because this weekend I went shopping. Well, actually, it was last weekend. I'm pre recording right now. We are having a time. But last weekend, my mom and I went shopping and we went to Target. That was the main priority, but we also went to Ulta because I needed to get a new eyebrow pencil. And so we're like, oh, we're here. Let's just like drop into Ulta and like quickly grab some eyebrows and stuff. And so we went in there and I just went and got like, she bought one, I bought one, and we are going to check out. And people in front of us were like mocking James Charles and they were like attacking him and complaining about how awful he is. And I was like, interesting. They're like, oh my god, he's so annoying, and like making fun of him. And then they're like, and Jeffree Star too, and then just making fun of him. And like, I mean, listen, fair enough, have your YouTube opinions. But I was like, how dare you insult the king, right? Like, James Charles, don't you dare touch him. And so I was upset. But I thought it was funny. I think it's so interesting. I know this is dumb because, like, obviously I was in a makeup store and, like, James Charles has palettes that are literally sold in Ulta. Like, it's not surprising that he's well known in that setting. It's just interesting to me still always to, like, come across YouTube references and, like, people from the internet in real life, like, to find people that, like, watch and know James Charles or Jeffree Star or whoever in real life. Obviously, like, these beauty gurus are very, very mainstream. Like, I would argue that beauty gurus might be one of the most mainstream internet people, like one of the most mainstream YouTubers, right? Because, and maybe like PewDiePie, but I feel like gaming YouTube, you don't come across like random everyday people that are like super into games. Maybe The Sims. Actually, I'd argue that The Sims is, it's not mainstream by any means, but like I think you'd find more like regular people, not like internet people that are into The Sims, because you know like internet people are internet people, but like The Sims and makeup I think are both very like normal people things to be interested in. Not that like we're not normal, but like I think you could find regular people that are really into James Charles or Jeffree Star. Like they aren't just like this like niche internet group. And so it's still interesting though to find people like in real life that watch YouTube like I do, because obviously some of us here, I think a lot of us watching this video are very into YouTube. And so it's just kind of cool to come across them in real life. But like I said, I feel like makeup YouTubers are very popular amongst like the everyday crowd of people that are like around our age, because it's just a thing that people like. So people like makeup. Who knew, right? I mean, I don't know. It's shocking stuff. Even I watch these beauty gurus and I don't wear any makeup at all. I mean, listen, I draw on my eyebrows and I wear mascara. That's it. I don't even wear concealer anymore. Like, I don't ever wear makeup ever. I don't know. I'm not very good at it, and I also don't like the idea of having to wear makeup, and like it stresses me out, and so I just don't wear makeup much. But like I still watch beauty gurus. Like you'll catch me watching every James Charles video. Like I'm that person. I bought James Charles palette and I don't even wear makeup. Like I have the Unleash Your Inner Artist palette and I don't wear makeup. I mean, I bought it to use on stream as a joke. Like I bought it to, okay, I have a confession. I've started on occasion putting on really bad makeup on stream. Like we're talking like yellow eyeshadow or like covering my entire eye, like whole eye in black eyeshadow and putting on like black lipstick and like being like, wow, I look good. And so I bought James Charles palette because I thought it would make me look beautiful, and it does. And so I've been using it on stream on occasion. It's really bad. It's a bad habit because I'll just look at it and be like, huh. And then I like stick my finger on one of the eyeshadows and just start putting it on my eye. And that's not how it's meant to be used, actually. But it still works well that way. Granted, I'm not some makeup artist, beauty guru legend that knows about, like color payoff and all these things. But I mean, in my experience, it works well that way. You don't even need a brush. Who needs a brush or eyeshadow primer? Just like stick it on your face, right? That's how makeup works. I'm probably like deeply offending a lot of people right now who are like really into makeup. Like there are some of you right now that are like, ouch, how dare you do such a thing? And I'm sorry for that. I really am. This is just who I am, and you have to accept me for that, okay? I'm sorry, I'm a disappointment, I know. I really am sorry. Oh my god, this reminds me, when I was in high school, like early high school, I think we've all been there with like bad eyebrow phases, right? Like I think I'm still in a bit of a bad eyebrow phase because I'm working on it. It's a constant work in progress, but over the course of the last few years, I've been on this eyebrow journey. And it's because when I was like 12, I got made fun of in school once for my eyebrows, and I was like, oh my god, I have to pluck them. And so I took my mom's tweezers and plucked my eyebrows, but like over plucked them, and like mostly plucked one and not really the other. And so I looked ridiculous, but I was like, wow, my eyebrows are so much better now. Look at me. I'm not an embarrassment anymore. And I was so proud of myself. I thought it looked great when I was like 12. And then as high school went on and my eyebrows were this state of overplucked, I kept plucking them to like maintain the state of overplucked, and I had these little skinny like pencil line eyebrows, and I looked so dumb, and like one of them was thicker than the other one. I looked so stupid. When I look at pictures, I'm like, ouch. Why did nobody help you? Right? And of course nobody helped me. But I think we've all been there. Like we've all made mistakes with our eyebrows, right? And it sucks because once you have like really thick eyebrows and then you pluck them, they don't grow back really. So my advice to any of you who are younger than me, if you haven't plucked your eyebrows yet, don't. Okay? Thick eyebrows are very in right now. You look beautiful. I can assure you. Don't pluck them. You look amazing. Don't pluck them. Okay, anyway. My eyebrows, I overplucked them, and I had none left. And so I used to, like, the way I would do my makeup in high school and middle school, I would, like, try and fix minor things that were problems, but, like, in a way where I would fill in one eyebrow, the one eyebrow that was more plucked than the other one, but not fill in the other eyebrow. But then I had one drawn-on eyebrow and one not drawn-on eyebrow, when I was like 14, and that's just not good. Like, Kayla, it's okay if they're not as full as the other, but draw them both on so they look the same. But I didn't. I just drew on one. And I would be like, oh no, my face is kind of red. And I would put on BB cream, but only on like one cheek. Like, picture me walking around with like one drawn on eyebrow and some BB cream on the other cheek. Like, that's what I looked like in high school. And I didn't realize how dumb I was being and how ridiculous that was. Like, it's BB cream also. Just put it on your whole face, Kayla. Why was I doing that? I don't know. I don't wear BB cream anymore. I don't even know why I was doing it in the first place. Like, why I was like, I thought my face was too red, so I had to put BB cream on one cheek. Like, what does that even mean? My face wasn't even that red. I'm just so disappointed in myself. So disappointed. I had a blush face, and I put on way too much. And I used like it was like one of my mom's, like she got a Clinique blush, like given as a gift to her like years ago in one of those little bags they give when you buy stuff from them. And it was like one of those little tiny blush thingies, and it had like a little brush that it comes with. And I used that to like put like a line of blush on my face. I'm ashamed to be admitting these things, to be honest. I feel embarrassed right now, but listen, I think that we've all made some makeup mistakes. I want to hear about yours in the comments down below, please, because ah, it's embarrassing, but in a good way, right? Right? And like as of recently, sometimes I wear eyeshadow and I'll wear like a pretty light color and then it's just like a light shimmer on my eyes, right? Casual stuff, I think it's cute, I like it, still would do it. But sometimes in videos, people, this happened literally once. It happened once. I don't know why I'm taking it so seriously, but one time this person was like, you're saying that my eyelids looked oily because I had the eyeshadow on, and then someone else was like fighting with them in the comments, being like, no, they're not. She's self-conscious. Be nice. and they were fighting about my oily eyelids. I don't even have oily eyelids. I just had eyeshadow on. Like, I can promise you guys, my eyelids aren't even oily, but now I get told that all the time because I made a joke about it once in a video, and now I'm like, wow, what if my eyelids are oily? And I don't even know. And it's like a thing that I'm deeply concerned about. That's not true. I don't actually care about my oily, I can't talk. I don't actually care about my potentially oily eyelids. However, it is something that I find to be moderately concerning. So, like I said before, bad makeup stories in the comments, please. I want them so badly. I need to like revel in your suffering so I feel better about myself. Also, I should clarify, at this point that I was making all of these bad makeup mistakes, I was like super into beauty gurus on YouTube. Like this is like back in like 2013, 14 too. So it was a different era. But I was like a giant Zoella stan at the time, and she was making like some beauty videos back then, and like they would make these haul videos and stuff, and I was so jealous of them all, and they were all so pretty, and I don't know. I was really into makeup YouTubers though. Like, I watched Kathleen Lights back when she had like 50,000 subscribers, and now she has like multiple millions, and it's so weird. I mean, I don't watch her anymore because I only watch like a few YouTubers in general, let alone like hundreds of beauty gurus like I used to. But it's so cool to see how like these people are doing well. It's fun when you look back at like old YouTubers you used to watch and realize that they're doing really well now, because you'll find like someone when they have not very many subscribers, and then you come back and you're like, whoa, you have like 500,000 now? Like, that's crazy. I don't know, it's just kind of cool to like watch people you used to watch succeed, you know? And then you feel bad for not watching them anymore. Or even worse, you see people that you used to watch that are doing like not so well anymore, and then you feel bad that you like stop watching them. Like, there are so many old vloggers I used to watch back in like 2014-ish, and then you come back and like you realize that they're not doing so well anymore, and you feel bad that you stopped watching because like you're the problem. But everyone stopped watching, and that's scary. Like, when Shane Dawson did the Graveyard Girl series, remember he made that video about Graveyard Girl, and she was talking about, like, all these people. She was so popular in 2014, and then her videos stopped doing as well. And you find out all these people that say stuff like, oh, I used to watch you so much. I used to watch you all the time. Isn't that scary? Like, she was on top of the world. She was, like, the biggest YouTuber. Like, but basically. And, and then people just stopped watching her. I don't know, it's wild how like quickly people can become irrelevant on the internet. But anyway, how are you all doing? Who are your favorite YouTubers? Who have you watched in the past that you watched when they were small that then got successful? I mean, and don't say me, because like I don't think you can call me successful, right? I mean, I guess I have some subscribers, and people all the time will be like, Kayla, I watched you when you had like 10K and now you have 300,000 subscribers. It's crazy. That is so weird for me to hear about, by the way, because obviously like nobody watched me back when I had like 10K. I mean, a few people did, like 10K people did, but it's funny to hear that you guys stuck around for that long, because I was so irritating back then. And so when I get told like, Kayla, I've watched you since this long ago, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, That's horrible. I feel terrible that I did that to you. But it's okay. I think we're better now. I think I'm a little bit less irritating. I think I've kind of come to my senses a little bit on that front. But I really am sorry. For any of you who have been here since like before I'm gonna say since before I had like 75,000 subscribers. That was when I was young. When I was like 16, if you watched me then, I'm not talking like number wise, I just mean like the age that I was. If you watched me when I was like 16, I'm sorry, 16, 17 even, like when I was in high school, if you watched me when I was in high school, I'm really sorry about that. I was a whiny little baby, a little wham wham baby, and I was so irritating. But I think, you know what? Everyone feels that way. I feel like if anyone could go back and hear themselves and the things they cared about when they were like 16, when they're older, like if you could put like any 30-year-old in front of hours of YouTube content they made when they were 16, no one would be like, "Wow, I was so normal and not whiny and annoying then," because it's just impossible. The tea is that 16-year-olds are whiny and annoying, myself especially. Anyone here will confirm. I think that's just the case for most people around that age, though. I think people in school, you're all having a very hard time. It's not a good time in your life. And so we just whine a lot. And that's okay. Whining isn't always a bad thing. I say, being one of the most whiny people I know, whining isn't always bad. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. We love to be whiny little wham wham babies, right? I've started using the phrase wham wham baby so much, and I don't think it's a good thing. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't. It's kind of irritating, to be honest, but here we are. So, also, I just realized something looking at this build back. I thought I think I was going to use, obviously the base game, cats and dogs, parenthood, and kids room stuff, but I've just seen myself use some seasons curtains, so the build isn't as pack limited as I thought. But I feel like if you use expansion packs, I feel like most people have seasons, right? Like if you're gonna have an expansion pack, I feel like seasons is a very common one to have, right? I feel like seasons and cats and dogs are the two most common expansion packs to have. Is that true? I'm very curious because in my mind that's just like that's like the baseline. Like if you're gonna buy a pack, you buy seasons. Like in my head, that's just like the no-brainer answer. But is that like the real genuine truth? I would love to see statistics about the most purchased packs. I know that they said something about Laundry Day being a really big seller, which was surprising because they were like, "Oh, it's laundry, no one's gonna buy this," and then it sold really well. And so I'm really curious to see if like the pack is surprised. I mean, but that doesn't surprise me because Laundry Day is a really good pack. Like I think Laundry Day makes sense to be a big seller because I love it and it was a community voted pack and also it's really well done. Like I think Laundry Day is objectively like one of the best stuff packs because of the content in it. But I'm curious about the expansion packs because I think that Seasons is like objectively the best expansion pack just based on what you get in it and also how much it changes the gameplay. But I'm wondering if it's the one like if that's the biggest selling expansion pack. I'd love to know. I feel like cats and dogs though also is a really big like everyone wants pets so badly, but also Get Famous. I don't know. People love fame for some reason. I'm curious. I don't know if they'll ever tell us that, but I would love to know which pack is the biggest selling expansion. I just want to know who has I would do a survey. Which packs do you have? I'm not kidding. I would love to know that. Maybe I'll do that sometime. As far as like my own audience at least, because I bet like the statistics, I know you guys don't care about this, but I bet the statistics for like my audience is different than like someone else's. Like because of the way that I play my game and the way that like I care about The Sims, I wonder if like, because I don't really care about Get Famous, do most of you guys also not care about Get Famous? Whereas like someone like, I don't know, who's an example of like a player like that? Maybe like Deli, who does more like story-based things than I do. Do you think that her audience would care more about Get Famous than mine? I don't know. I'm curious. I don't know if that's true or not, but like, do you think that there's like a difference between YouTubers, like what their audiences, which packs their audiences have based on like what they recommend and also like the way that they play their game, what they care more about? Because I feel like I'm like your classic, like, ooh, my little family's in suburban houses, nah. I'm like, ooh, legacy challenges, rags to riches, building, nah. But I'm curious if it's different for other people. Okay, so in the comments, you guys, I need to know your bad makeup stories. I want an essay in the comments from each of you all, okay? An essay in the comments. It's like my class that has discussion posts that are 1,000 words. I expect 1,000 words from you in the comments about your bad makeup mistakes, which Sims 4 packs you have, And also, wait, oh, the YouTubers you watch that are now big deals. It's really important to me. The pack thing, I'm not kidding. I want all three of those things in a comment. Okay, I want an essay. If I don't get an essay, you're fired. You're getting banned. You fail. You fail Simsie's comment school. Okay. So imagine if I actually like I start blocking people that don't give me essays. I'm like, sorry, that only has 7 words. You're not. That's not 1,000. Blocked. Banned. You're not welcome here anymore. Oh my god. I bet I could do some research about the packs that way though. If you guys like I could just like search the word seasons in my comments and like find out how many. So can you do that? Can you guys list how many packs you have? Like list all the packs that you have? Cuz I'm really curious to find out. Thank you. I want you to list every single one. Like okay? Okay? Cool. Even if you have all of them, be like I have all of them and then proceed to list all of them so that I can search the words and still find them. It's for research, okay? It's research and it's important to me. I might do like an actual survey though at some point because I'm really curious to find out. Like this is very important to me, all right? Oh my god, I'm gonna do a stupid Sims commentary video about the most popular packs. I have to start researching now. It's the only way. Okay, so ladies, expect, as soon as I get back from England, expect some research coming out from lilsimsie about the most popular packs because I've just determined my newest passion. And it's I want to know which pack sold the best for The Sims 4. I wonder if I could ask that question. I bet they wouldn't tell me though. I don't know. I mean, it's probably, I mean, there doesn't hurt to ask, but like, can I share that? I feel like they wouldn't. I don't know. We're gonna find out ourselves. Which pack does lilsimsie's YouTube audience like the best in The Sims 4? Not even like the best, just own the most of. Because those are different, right? Because you can buy a pack and then be like, do I like it? Like, I mean, I bought my first pet stuff. I paid for my first pet stuff. I got sent a code. I forget what happened. I got sent the code and then it like expired or something, so I couldn't install it soon enough because I was traveling at the time. And so I bought it. Like I bought it because I needed to have the pack because I have like, you know, I build stuff and I'm a YouTuber, so like I should have all the packs, right? But I bought it. And so I paid money to have my first pet stuff. Doesn't mean I like it. Like that doesn't mean I think it's a good pack or that it's worth the money because well, you know, it's we don't have to talk about that right now. We don't have to get into my first pet stuff. Speaking of makeup mistakes, oh my god, sorry. The Sims 4 has some of the weird, you know, just The Sims in general, actually. The Sims 3, back up, whoa. The Sims 3 has some of the weirdest looking makeup I've ever seen in my life. And also in The Sims 3, if you guys didn't know, if you haven't played that game, makeup in The Sims 3 has an opacity slider, so you can put on an eyeshadow and then make it less opaque, so it's like a more subtle wash of color instead of like the harsh eyeshadow that we have in The Sims 4. So people ask a lot for an opacity slider for makeup. And I don't know if we'll actually get one, but I would love to have that in The Sims 4. But it also had create a style, so you could change colors. So I could, like with a color wheel, change the color of my eyeshadow or my lipstick or my blush or whatever to be whatever color I wanted, which resulted in some, I think, pretty exciting makeup looks. And like though the makeup styles themselves weren't like that exciting, you had so much power to make such good makeup. And that I think is fun. So I wonder if they'll ever actually give us an opacity slider for makeup in The Sims 4. I know we won't get a color wheel. They've confirmed that. There are no color wheels in The Sims 4. Not even worth asking for anymore because they're not going to do it. It's impossible at this point, I think, anyway. But do you think opacity sliders for makeup are impossible? I'm very curious to find out. Also, the way that skin tones worked in The Sims 3, I guess the entirety of Sims 3 was different because skin tones worked on like a slider, and so did like the way that like the body shapes do, you could do for skin tone. Instead of just having swatches, they had sliders, and they had like different tones. Then you could use a slider to make like the darkness of it and stuff. That's not how it works in The Sims 4. So I wonder if I don't think we'll ever actually get sliders because it just isn't the way that CAS works, is it? It's interesting. Okay, so to add to your essays, the final paragraph. What do you think about sliders for CAS? I think Sims 4 CAS, aside from like makeup and stuff, like, and the swatches kind of suck, but like the way that you can make the Sims, like the way that you can click and drag their faces and stuff, that is so beyond anything we ever had in CAS. Because in The Sims 3, you get it with sliders. So you could, like, slide how big the nose is on a slider, like the way the body ones work. So, like, you get the body mass, like, oh, how fit is this Sim? Like, are they super strong, or are they, like, kind of, like, skinny and weak? But, like, is their nose super big or kind of tiny, and it's on a slider? Something with, like, cheekbones. How harsh are their cheekbones on a slider? But in The Sims 4, you can, like, click and drag their facial features and stuff to change them. So that's much better. But as far as makeup and skin tone goes, I think that it would be very good to have, like, sliders for that. Because, like, the swatches, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, also, as far as more hair colors go, someone in my comments, I made a video about, like, my wish list for The Sims 4, and someone in the comments was like, I would love to have more hair colors. And I was thinking about that, and that's very interesting to me because I think it's kind of weird that we have so few hair colors. Like, we have 2 rows of swatches for hair color. And, like, hair color is I don't know, I think we should have more unnatural hair colors, at least a few more. And I think we should have more shades of natural hair colors, right? Like, if they added just one more row, I think it's a lot of work to, like, recolor every hair we've ever had, obviously, but I do think that if they had added some more hair colors, I think that would be a very good thing. I think that would be fun, too, to get, like, some more unnatural, like, more pastel colors. Like, we only have a few unnatural colors. And, like I said, hair color is such a big deal to people. Like, it's just weird that we don't have that many options. But anyway, that's my opinion about things I want in The Sims 4. We have really gone on a journey on this day together, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed it. Back to the build for a tiny second. You'll see now I'm working on this piano room and playroom for my kids in the game, and I'm really proud of this one. I originally had that room on the far right be a piano room, and then I realized, like, wait a minute, I have this weird hallway, and this room could be a playroom, which is perfect for my kids to have, because, like, in this house, supposed to be, like, the perfect family house, you have this playroom that your kids can, like, go play, you know, don't wake the llama, and they can, you can add in some more toys in there and stuff. Like, I think it's the perfect spot to have a room like that, and it reminded me a lot of in the Sims 3 daycare career, how you'd have that room for your kids to come be taken care of and stuff. It just brought back old memes of playing The Sims 3 Generations, okay? And it excited me, and I was really happy about it, and you aren't allowed to disagree or fight back, okay? Thank you, and good night. No, I just liked it a lot. I like the idea of it a lot. But like I said, the video has gone on for a very, very long time, and I hope that you are having a good day. I hope that your week is going well. I hope that your school starting back up or work starting back up or whatever in the new year is going well. I'm just talking and talking and talking. Um, I'm sorry, I'm making myself laugh. Oh my god. I have to make 3 or 4 more videos today, and that's not healthy, is it? If I'm like this, all like giddy and giggly and like, oh, James Charles right now, is it safe for me to make 3 or 4 more videos today? Probably not. I'm on this new schedule where I only record 3 times a week, and I'm pre-recording to go away for a week. So I'm like making double the videos on top of double the videos, and that's just weird. I don't know where I am anymore, okay? I also went to bed at 11 last night, and I'm still exhausted. So, like, where am I? Who am I? What's going on? When did you go to bed last night? Add that to your essays, please. So, class, I'll be seeing your essays. I'll be grading them this weekend. I'll talk to you next week about them. Thank you for your participation. I hope you all pass. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut off right here. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I am so sorry, but also I love this voiceover. It reminds me of the good old days. But make sure to go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Also, I'm so sorry for asking you to write an essay. I feel like it's bringing back probably bad flashbacks from your old school days or your current school days, but at least this essay is fun, right? Because I'm fun. You please agree. Please agree. Please? Thank you. Okay, sorry. Whew.